On June 11th and 12th, 2015, Michigan Farm Bureau partnered with State House Agriculture Committee Chair Representative Dan Lauwers from the 81st District to host a tour for nearly a dozen legislators and an equal amount of legislative staff who were interested in learning more about the state's agri-food system. Thanks to the hospitality of several County Farm Bureau members and industry partners, 6 tour stops highlighting on-farm production, labor needs, and processing were coordinated by Michigan Farm Bureau. They included Green Meadows Dairy in Elsie, Michigan Milk Producers Association Processing Plant in Ovid, Post Cereals in Battle Creek, Oswalt Family Farms in Vicksburg, Lennard Ag and AcMoody Farms, both in Union City.
People saw that there's real people running these farms, real families. Every stop we made, people talked about intergenerational connections. You know, everybody mentioned their grandparents or their great-grandparents or their kids or their grandkids, and in most stops we actually saw them there as part of the farm. And so, you know, sometimes we go by, I think people go by these big farms and they think that they're not family farms anymore, and it couldn't be further from the truth. Almost all farms are family farms, and we really got to meet the people that are running the farms and see the kids. So I think that's, you know, that was the thing that drove home the biggest point to me. I think the best part was eating the food, though.
At Green Meadows Dairy, one of the state's largest dairies, legislators toured the farm's newly built calf barn that features a robotic feeder, allowing greater flexibility for farm workers to tend to other tasks while the calves eat at leisure and live in a free-range environment. While the new barn created efficiencies on the farm that supports 80 employees and milks close to 3,300 purebred Holsteins 3 times a day, there's growing concern about the overflowing milk supply.
We are swimming in milk right now. They just came, my husband and father-in-law just came back from a Michigan milk meeting today, and we have a lot of milk in Michigan, and we do need more processing.
That point was made even clearer when the group arrived at the Michigan Milk Producers Association Ovid processing plant. It's been running at capacity for most of 2015, and at the time of the tour, tankers delivering milk faced a 4 to 5 hour wait to unload. Legislators learned how the plant adds value to the fluid milk they receive by processing it into instant non-fat dry milk and sweet cream butter, used as ingredients in a variety of food products. Next on the itinerary was a stop at Post Cereals headquarters in Battle Creek. It covers approximately 69 acres of land with 54 buildings and more than 700 employees. While the company hauls in a dozen or so commodities and products to manufacture their family of cereals, the company relies on Michigan farmers for sugar beets and wheat. Representative Charles Brunner of the 96th District represents the Bay City area. He knew his area is a key producer of sugar beets and wheat, but he didn't realize that some of those raw commodities end up at Post.
It's so interesting to see where these products are actually made. Especially if they're made in Michigan. I mean, I did not even know that Post was located near Battle Creek. Hadn't been to Battle Creek before. I mean, we have a big state with a lot of stuff going on. And so it's just exciting to learn as much as I can about agriculture, you know, so I can, you know, hopefully make the right decisions, although I get a lot of good guidance from my agriculture friends on the committee and Farm Bureau as well. When the issues come up, and so I just want to do the best that I can to represent Bay City, Southern Bay County. You know, we've got sugar beets, corn, potatoes, soybeans, and so it's very, very important to Bay County in my district and the state of Michigan, of course.
Traveling farther south, the group visited Scott and Cheryl Oswalt, who raise beef cattle and sheep at their farm in Vicksburg. And they visited with Vern and Janice AcMoody in Union City, where they grow tomatoes for Red Gold. For both farms, shipping is a significant cost of doing business, and there's currently only one statewide beef processor in Michigan, and the closest tomato processing facility is located in Geneva, Indiana. While not a focal point of the tour, labor needs were brought up at the majority of the facilities visited, and the message hasn't changed. Michigan farms need reliable workers, domestic or otherwise, to fill numerous skilled trade jobs. Picking up on this theme was Representative Joel Johnson from the 97th District, chair of the House Workforce and Talent Development Committee.
One of the things that all of the people that we talked to today have mentioned is that it's really hard to find the employees that they're looking for. And you know, at the same time, we have a lot of people who are saying, well, there's just not jobs available out there. And so we've got to communicate that across, that there are great careers out there where people can make really good living wages for themselves and their families. And we have agricultural people, and we have manufacturers and others who are just crying for the help. And so, you know, we've got to get the word out.
In all, the tour was a great opportunity for Farm Bureau to help lawmakers better understand the challenges and successes of their farmer members and the contribution they make to Michigan's economy.